As you can see, I went with a board and batten thing in this laundry room, and so I already know where my framing is going to go. The first thing you want to do is decide how tall you want your countertop to be. So mine is at about 39.5 inches. Standard countertop height is 36 inches, but since it was going to be a surface I was going to be standing upright and floating on, I wanted to go a little taller. We're going to be using deck boards to make this countertop, and those are 1 1/8 inches thick. And mark that line. Take your level, and then mark that line out everywhere where your countertop is going to go. You can see I have my line down this side, and the main run, and the other side also. So first I'm going to put up my side framing pieces. Find your studs, and again, I've cheated here because I know that all of my battens are nailed over top where studs are, and mark them out just a little bit above your line. And do that for both sides and the long wall. Hold it on your line and screw it in. I'm using just some number 9 3 1/8 inch grip right standard construction screws. For this long piece, your number will be different than mine. But what you want to do is take a measurement between your two walls and subtract 3 inches because you already have 1.5 inch brace on either side. So I actually did not have material long enough to span my entire wall, so I'm going to be using 2 pieces. So what you want to do if you also have to do something like that is to make sure that you are splicing them on a stud so that both very ends can connect into a stud behind them. So what you'll probably need to do is insert your screws at an angle to make sure that they are still hitting the stud behind them. The front part of my framing is going to be supported by 2 no posts in a stair railing, but now they're farmhouse furniture legs. And so I need to divide my distance by 3 because I'm going to divide it into 3 spaces. So these legs are going to sit 3'6" on center away from either wall. We need to figure out the height of these posts before we can put the front framing on. But I am in the laundry room and it has a drain in the floor. So my floor is sloping this way. By the time I get 2 feet out from the wall, it's a completely different number. Here's how you figure out what height your post needs to be. I'm going to come 3'6" away from this wall, and then 24 7/8 inches away from this wall, and that number is the same. So I have my X marked on the floor where my 3'6" and my 24 7/8 inches overlap. Is take my post, and then I'm going to take my level and set it on top of where I have the 3'6" marked out, and then level from the framing that's attached to your wall over to your post, and then just mark that line across your post, and that is the height that your post needs to be. Okay, so now it's time to put together the front framing for this countertop, and there are 2 ways to do this. The easy way would be to cut a long piece that is the length of your long wall and screw it to the front of both of your side bracing pieces that we already have up on the wall. And then take your leg, screw your bracing to your leg from the front. That's the easy way to do it. What I am going to show you specifically how to do is to have your joint come like this. That just has a little bit more of a furniture look, and it's a little bit fancier. So the way that I am going to do it, first we have to math. So the length of my wall, as I said before, is 10'6", and subtract out 2 of this width. That will space my legs evenly into thirds. So for me, that's going to be 3'3" 13/16. So I have my 3 pieces cut and painted. Now I am going to attach my 3 pieces to my post using Craig screws. So it should lay out like this, no holes there, 2 here, 2 on either side of the middle piece, to there, and none over there.
So now I'm ready to screw together.
And in order for this piece of framing to hit in the middle of this post, I need to prop it up 7/8 of an inch. So I have some 2x4 that I cut into a 7/8 inch block, and then I can screw them together. Okay, so I have a leg, a brace, a leg, a brace. So now I'm going to screw that together into the existing side brace, and then I will come back and do this one. Since this is the very front of my furniture piece, I'm going to be using these number 8 2.5 inch trim screws. So first I'm going to secure it with 2 of these trim screws, and I'm going to get one started to make my life easier. And I'll put it in place, keeping it flush with this side bracket. And then I will get it put into this post where I have it pre-drilled. I'm going to mark out 16 inches on center for some backing pieces that I'm going to put in for the countertop boards to secure themselves to. I'm going to toenail my screws in, and I'm going to hold them so that they are right in the middle of the line I just marked out in the back and the front. And then I'm going to screw them into place. You do want to be careful to maybe use some shorter screws, since you might come out the front with these long 3 1/8 inch screws. Starting higher up, if you are going to toenail with these long screws, starting higher up will help create a little more distance so that your screw is less likely to poke out the front. So that is all the braces in. Okay guys, hard part's over. So this countertop is going to be built out of this 5.5 inch, 1.8 deck board material. Mine was old and chippy, so I did a rough sand and then I painted it with black. And then I came back with an 80 grit sandpaper and I sanded off most of the black. So then when I came back with my stain, all of those black points were emphasized, and it has a really cool effect to it. What I'm going to do is make sure to break it on one of these backing pieces that I have put in, and then my pieces will line up perfectly. I'm going to be using these 2-inch drywall screws because they're black to secure the boards. So in this long space, because I had my seam on this side of the room, I want the next one to be on either the other side or somewhere in the middle, but I definitely don't want 2 seams really close, like probably not on this joist or this joist. And then I'm going to mark out where I need to cut it so that it will break on one of these joists. And then I'll measure the distance from the end of this piece to the far wall, cut that piece, which I have, and I'll put that in place, and so on and so forth until I'm done with my countertop. Looking pretty good. So now I'm just going to go around and touch up the stain in a couple of spots, like here where I angled these screws and it ended up chipping out the wood here. So I'm going to go around and touch those up, and then I'm going to come back and do some of this wipe on poly, a couple coats of that, and then I'll get it all staged and beautiful. A beautiful new countertop. I'm really happy with how this came together, guys. Again, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.